Hey people, it's Larry again. Just thought I would give a quick little 1 week update on the use of these LED floodlights as grow lights. And I guess there's good news here. They do work. That's what it does boil down to. But there are some little oddities here. Or maybe I shouldn't say oddities. There are some things here I'm going to point out. So if people are going to be using these for grow lights instead of those engineered LED grow lights that only tend to focus on two colors, which would be your red and your blue, there are more colors than that in natural light. That's just all there is to it. So that's why I don't believe in those engineered lights. These things tend to, or at least they appear, be working exactly the same as a T5 fluorescent, or from what I've seen on YouTube of the Induction lights, which are good grief. People are awfully proud of those, almost as proud of those as the engineered LED lights, which, like I said, I'm not a firm believer in those. Sorry for all the shaking. Whoops. At any rate, I'm going to point out a few things here. If you remember from the previous video, I said that the two lights here are two different color spectrums. The far one over there is a 6500K, and this one, kind of hard to see. This is a 3000K. The 3000K is used for flowering, fruiting, things like that, where the 6500K is only for vegetative growth. As you can see, the spinach and arugula that is directly under the 6500K, there, those plants are aiming themselves straight towards that light. And I think I have a tomato plant over here that came up accidentally, I guess. There was a seed in my worm compost that I put in here, and it came up, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that grow. But you can see that these plants that are in their young stage, they're not fruiting yet. They're leaning towards the blue light. Look at these radishes back here. Now we have 3000 or 3000K light directly above them. Maybe I need to get a different angle. But as you can see, even though that light is directly above them, they're still leaning towards the 6500K. So that shows you that, how important color spectrum is for the different stages of plant growth. If you don't intend to grow anything that is going to be a fruiting plant or flowering, you really don't need a 3000K. I just did this as an experiment because I know what happens with T5 fluorescence when you mix the colors of the tubes in there. I had this same thing happen before. I wanted to see if it would happen again, and it did. So it's all dependent upon the color spectrum. And let's see what else. Everything is coming up just fine. I mean, this is only a week. The carrots finally did start coming up. The Swiss chard over there is starting to come up. And I'm going to show you one other little oddity here. If I can get my laser thermometer. When you look at those fluorescent tubes or induction lights, they always say things like cool white and warm white. Well, I'm going to shine this thermometer on here. Not sure if I can focus. Yes, I can. This is your warm, what they call the warm white. And the back of this fixture is 147 degrees, 148, somewhere in there. I'm going to go over here to the so-called cool white. See if I can focus on that. Oh. Doesn't look like I might surprise myself later when I look at the video, but this one's running about 124, 125 degrees. Now I don't know if that really indicates anything specific, but I find it kind of humorous that the warm white LED fixture is actually warmer than the cool white one. So I'm gonna cut this off here now, but what it looks like is that yes, the LED lights or the LED floodlights do work as grow lights perfectly fine. They pull far less current. If I had another light meter, since I'm using an app on my phone to work as a light meter, you'd be shocked to see that these things are putting off well over 4,500 foot candles, which is outrageously high, because that's what my phone normally doesn't show that unless I'm outside using that light meter in direct sunlight. So that's about it. My next video, I'm going to replace this 3000K light with another 6500K, just because I'm not going to be growing anything fruiting out here for a while. That tomato plant that came up, it's going to be a long time before that one ever needs the 3000K. And at that point in time, I'll just take this one and put it back right smack in the middle of these two. So I'll end up having a total of 150 watts of LED lighting out here on this little wicking bed. But that's it. Have a good one, and I'm really encouraging you people to look into these LED floodlights for grow lights, because at 40 bucks a piece, you can't beat them, especially when you compare it to the price of one of those black dog LED grow lights that's 1,200 bucks, and these seem to work just as well. So that's all. Take it easy. See you next time.